Hey everybody, welcome back to our Journey Galore. Today we are on the ground in Chișinău, the capital city of Moldova. We're hyped to explore this city with you guys. We're talking about uncovering hidden gems, diving deep into the culture, and maybe even getting a little lost along the way. This place is known for its rich history, its vibrant art scene, and let's be real, some seriously delicious food. So buckle up, smash that subscribe button, and let's get this adventure started in Chișinău. First things first, we gotta talk about the history here. Chișinău has seen it all, empires rise and fall, you name it. And the coolest part is, you can feel that history as you walk these streets. We're starting our journey in the heart of the city, at the Nativity Cathedral. This place is iconic, guys. Just look at this architecture, those domes, the intricate details. It's like stepping back in time. Next up, we're hitting the National Museum of History of Moldova. Now I know what you're thinking. Museums, kinda boring, right? But trust me on this one. This place is packed with artifacts, stories, and a real sense of how this country came to be. Plus, you know I love a good dose of history. Okay, get ready for a visual treat because we're heading to the Triumphal Arch. This monument is seriously impressive, a symbol of victory and resilience. Picture this. You're strolling down the boulevard, the sun is setting, and bam, you see this arch rising up in front of you. It's a moment for sure. Now let's talk about the vibe. Chișinău has this unique energy, a blend of old and new that's hard to describe. One minute you're admiring centuries-old churches, the next you're grabbing coffee at a trendy cafe with locals. And speaking of locals, let's talk about the people. They are some of the friendliest, most welcoming people I've met on my travels. We've been chatting with everyone from shopkeepers to artists, getting the inside scoop on the city. And the art scene here? Don't even get me started. We stumbled upon this outdoor art market and I was blown away. Paintings, sculptures, handmade jewelry, all created by local artists. The creativity here is contagious, I'm telling you. We spent hours wandering through the city center, soaking it all in. The architecture is a mix of Soviet-era buildings and stunning examples of Art Nouveau. It's like a living, breathing history lesson. One thing that really struck me was the resilience of this city. It's been through its fair share of challenges, but the spirit of the people shines through. You can feel it in the energy of the streets, in the way they embrace their culture and their determination to move forward. As the day turned into night, we found ourselves in a bustling square, live music filling the air. Families were out, kids were playing, and there was this palpable sense of community. It was one of those moments that reminds you of the simple joys of travel, of connecting with people from all walks of life. And the food, oh man, the food in Chișinău is something else. We devoured plates of placente, these savory pastries filled with cheese and spinach, and washed it all down with some local wine. Moldovan wine is seriously underrated, by the way. As we wrapped up our first day in Chișinău, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude. This city has exceeded all expectations, and we're just getting started. Alright everybody, it's day 2 in Chișinău and we're diving headfirst into the local scene. First up, the Central Market. Now I'm a sucker for a good market, and this one did not disappoint. We're talking mountains of fresh produce, spices that will make your senses explode, and local vendors who are passionate about their craft. We wandered through the stalls, soaking up the sights, sounds, and smells. I'm talking about the real deal here, the kind of market experience that throws you right into the heart of a culture. We chatted with vendors, sampled local cheeses and honey, and even learned a few words of Moldovan. Next, we hit up a local cafe for a caffeine fix. Moldovan coffee is strong, flavorful, and the perfect way to fuel up for a day of exploring. We posted up at a table outside, soaking up the sunshine and watching the city come to life. And speaking of life, the parks in Chișinău are where it's at. We're talking lush green spaces, perfect for a midday stroll or a picnic lunch. We spent hours just relaxing in the park, people watching and enjoying the tranquility. But let's be real, we all know the real reason we travel is for the food, right? And Chișinău did not disappoint. We're talking hearty stews, mouth-watering grilled meats, and dumplings that will make you want to lick the plate clean. One of the coolest things about Moldovan cuisine is its focus on fresh local ingredients. We're talking farm to table before it was even a thing. And the flavors? Let's just say they're bold, aromatic, and absolutely unforgettable. We made sure to hit up both traditional restaurants and street food stalls because you gotta experience it all, right? We're talking about savory pastries filled with cheese and spinach called placente, and these little fried dough balls known as gogosi that were dusted with sugar and served piping hot. I'm telling you, my taste buds were on a wild ride. Each bite was a new explosion of flavor, a testament to the rich culinary heritage of Moldova. But it wasn't just about the food itself, it was about the experience. Sharing meals with locals, laughing over language barriers, and connecting over a shared love of good food. That's what travel is all about, right? As we wrapped up our culinary adventure, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the opportunity to experience Chişinău through its food. It's more than just sustenance, it's a reflection of the culture, the history, and the soul of this incredible city. And let's be real, I'm already planning my next trip back just for the food. Alright, as much as I love some history and culture, it's time to turn things up a notch and see what Chişinău's nightlife is all about. And let me tell you, this city knows how to have a good time. We started our evening in one of Chişinău's trendy districts, a hub for artists, musicians, and anyone looking for a good time. The energy here was electric, with bars and clubs spilling out onto the streets. We grabbed a drink at a rooftop bar, soaking up the panoramic views of the city lights. The atmosphere was buzzing, with locals and travelers alike mingling and enjoying the warm summer night. One thing I noticed about Chişinău's nightlife is its diversity. Whether you're into live music, electronic beats, or just want to chill with a glass of wine, there's something for everyone. We hopped between different bars and clubs, each with its own unique vibe and crowd. One minute we were dancing to traditional Moldovan music, the next we were grooving to the latest electronic beats. And the best part? The nightlife here is incredibly welcoming. Everyone we met, from bartenders to fellow partygoers, were friendly, open, and eager to share their love of Chişinău. We even stumbled upon a hidden speakeasy, tucked away down a nondescript alleyway. The atmosphere inside was intimate and cool, with dim lighting, vintage decor, and expertly crafted cocktails. But Chişinău's nightlife isn't just about bars and clubs. The city also boasts a thriving theater scene, with performances ranging from classic plays to contemporary dance. We caught a show at the National Opera and Ballet Theater, and were blown away by the talent and artistry on display. The costumes, the music, the sheer emotion of the performance, it was an experience I won't soon forget. As the night drew to a close, I couldn't help but be impressed by Chişinău's ability to seamlessly blend its historical charm with a modern cosmopolitan edge. It's a city that truly comes alive after dark, offering a vibrant and diverse nightlife scene that caters to all tastes. Now, let's get ready for this because it's time to see Chişinău from a whole new perspective. We're talking drone time. We took to the skies to capture the beauty of this city from above, and let me tell you, the views are absolutely breathtaking. As we launched the drone, I was blown away by the sheer scale of Chişinău. From the air, you can truly appreciate the city's layout, with its wide boulevards, sprawling parks, and a mix of architectural styles that tell the story of its past. We soared over the city center, capturing iconic landmarks like the Nativity Cathedral and the Triumphal Arch from angles you just can't get from the ground. The intricate details of these structures were even more impressive from above. But it wasn't just the landmarks that caught my eye, it was the everyday life unfolding below us. We watched as cars zipped along the streets, people strolled through parks, and children played in courtyards. We flew over the Dniester River, its waters glistening in the sunlight. The surrounding countryside stretched out before us, a patchwork of fields, forests, and rolling hills. It was a reminder that Chişinău is more than just a city, it's a gateway to Moldova's natural beauty. As we flew higher, I was struck by the tranquility of it all. Despite its bustling streets and vibrant energy, there's a sense of peacefulness to Chişinău that's hard to describe. Maybe it's the wide open spaces, the lush greenery, or the slower pace of life. We captured stunning panoramic shots of the city skyline, with the sun setting in the distance, casting a warm glow over everything. It was one of those moments that reminds you of the power of travel, of seeing the world from a different perspective. As we landed the drone, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. Chişinău is a city that surprised me at every turn, and seeing it from above only deepened my appreciation for its beauty, its history, and its unique charm. We've explored Chişinău from top to bottom, literally, and now it's time to share some insider tips to help you make the most of your trip to this incredible city. First up, transportation. Getting around Chişinău is a breeze. The city has a reliable public transportation system with buses and trolleybuses that can get you pretty much anywhere you need to go. And if you're feeling adventurous, hop in a marshrutka, a local minibus, for a truly authentic experience. Now let's talk accommodation. Chisinau offers a range of options to suit every budget, from cozy guest houses to stylish boutique hotels. My advice? Stay in the city center, that way you'll be within walking distance of all the major attractions. And, speaking of attractions, make sure to check out the National Museum of History of Moldova for a deep dive into the country's past. Trust me, it's more interesting than it sounds. When it comes to food, don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and try some traditional Moldovan dishes. I'm talking about hearty stews, savory pastries, and of course, plenty of local wine. And for you night owls, Chisinau has a surprisingly vibrant nightlife scene. From trendy bars and clubs to hidden speakeasies, there's something for everyone. Just ask the locals, they're a friendly bunch and always happy to point you in the right direction. One thing I learned on my trip is that the best way to experience Chisinau is to embrace the unexpected. Wander down side streets, strike up conversations with locals, and don't be afraid to get a little lost. And speaking of getting lost, make sure to download an offline map before you go. Trust me, it'll come in handy when you're trying to navigate the city's charming but sometimes confusing streets. When it comes to money, the local currency is the Moldovan leu. Credit cards are widely accepted, but it's always a good idea to have some cash on hand, especially for smaller purchases and tips. And finally, the best time to visit Chișinău is in the shoulder seasons, spring or fall, when the weather is mild and the crowds are smaller. So there you have it, guys, my insider tips for experiencing the best of Chișinău. It's a city that will surprise you, charm you, and leave you wanting more. And that's a wrap from Chișinău. This city has got a vibe like nowhere else. I hope you've enjoyed this whirlwind adventure as much as I did. If you're looking for a unique travel experience, a place that's off the beaten path but full of heart, Chișinău is calling your name. Seriously, add it to your list. Massive thanks to everyone who made this trip unforgettable. Your energy, your stories, your love for this city is contagious. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more travel shenanigans, and thanks for joining us on this journey through Chișinău. We hope you're inspired to visit this incredible country, especially this city. Safe travels, everybody, and see you in the next video.